The final week of August is amongst us, which only means fall season. Fall season, the fall weather, fall fashion. I love all the seasons. I love all the holidays. I love fashion. I freaking love Halloween. It's the perfect balance of being moody but still bright. I love transformative things. I love seeing things evolve. This is the time where I am putting on repeat Coraline, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, Edward Scissorhands. The essence of fall just makes freaking watching movies and even listening to music, listening to The Smiths, The Cure, Joy Division, Sonic Youth, Bauhaus. A good fall indicator for me is when Disneyland puts up their pumpkin, the Mickey Mouse pumpkin. I take it as, okay, it's kind of socially acceptable for me to commence my fall festivities.
This is it. Mom said they were just pretend. Talon, this is Halloween Town, just like the book. Or maybe we fell asleep on the bus. Yeah, that's it. It's all a dream. Decorations, the goblins, the witches, the ghosts.
My last point about how fall is just kind of awesome. Fall just kind of appeals to everyone. It is very nice and lenient, and I don't know, it just invites everyone in. Everyone knows that fall fashion is the time to layer like crazy. Go crazy with accessories, outerwear, layering different tops, bottoms, tights, and you're doing all of that without worrying about burning up or freezing your ASS off. Also, as I am maturing, the thing that I was talking about, like being transformative, I really want to feel that. Like I want to transform my style, want to elevate it. And I've been finding myself being drawn to darker and moodier aesthetics. I'm not sure if it's a seasonal thing, if I'm also just changing with the seasons, or if I'm just having like an identity crisis. But I really want something more transformative than just putting on a hoodie or a jacket. Like I really want to evolve, I don't know, like be reborn, like really, like, but not completely reborn. Like when you would, like, if you saw me in the summer, you're like, whoa, you look so summer. And then it's fall and you see me in the fall and it's still me, like, it's me because it's still me, but fall version me. I like to think of it as, imagine you are in your elementary school and you're in your classroom with like your first grade teacher, and most elementary grade teachers would decorate their classrooms for the seasons, and it keeps the spirit alive. You go into class and you're like, yes, that is the kind of thing that I want to do basically with my style. I want to redecorate my wardrobe and really transform it where you can feel and see the new essence and ambiance of fall, Dracula fall. So the first type of fall is kind of the soft fall. There is nothing to do with bats and ghosts and goblins. It's all pumpkins and leaves, very Thanksgiving vibes. Next, there's the cute spooky, which I like to think of almost as what Disneyland does. I'm thinking of Scooby-Doo. It's still, there's elements of the traditional spooky, like folk tales of like ghosts, but it's still not so scary and dark. The third one would be traditional spooky. This has elements of a little bit more goth, dark, classic movies that kind of define Halloween, such as Frankenstein, Dracula, The Shining, Edward Scissorhands. And lastly, at the far end of the fall spectrum, horror. And this is where you have more of those super dark motifs and a little bit really scary. Like, when you would go trick-or-treating, that there'd be like a super scary house where there's that person wearing like a mask with like blood splattered all over the face. So I'd say find the fall that kind of you resonate with. Are you on the more soft side or on the darker side? And I think the perfect balance, because again, I'm all about balance, would probably be traditional spooky. I love, like, I've been so drawn to, I don't know why, I haven't even seen the Dracula film, like the original film with, I have it right there. I haven't seen it yet, but I just freaking love it. Now I'm going to try to translate this traditional spooky Dracula Fall vibe into fashion. Because you can. You can wear this. You can become this. Let us begin. What is Dracula Fall?
I am Dracula.
1. Traditional spooky, which I kind of went over, but just it's a traditional spooky. It's not too scary and it's not too cute. It's right in the middle, and it is classic and it is everlasting. Secondly, goth romanticism. I love romantic goth. I love romantic academia, light academia, dark academia. And thirdly, dark and moody. I'm going to start off with tops. A lot of the elements that I will look for in Dracula tops: ruffles, lace, silk, ribbon, scalloped edges, high necks, anything that is super structured. This is very much a Victorian style. The Victorian aesthetic is very dramatic and very feminine, but it is still modest and has lots of romantic flair details. It's all about the silhouettes. So looking into more of the Victorian style, you can split it up into early, mid, and late Victorian. And you can kind of see how it kind of evolved, but it still maintains its core. And I love the late and mid Victorian. This is where the silhouettes became a little bit slimmer, narrower skirts, but there's still drama with the structure of how the tops are made, the skirts are made, a lot of cinching at the waist, a lot of like lace-up corsets, big, bold bodices, the deep v-necks, the square necks, a little bit of, some puff sleeves, things that are like regal and aristocratic. Ozzy Osbourne, I just get reminded of him, the image of like the modern vampire. I'd say the most important thing is like the color palette of Dracula Fall. The foundation is black. That's like for Halloween or anything very spooky, but a lot of like jewel and blood tones that really makes it come to life and evokes the dark and moody. It's also very helpful to find certain figures or inspos that fall into the kind of aesthetic that you're interested in. Helena Bonham Carter, the best. That's so good. Every outfit, it's so authentic. It is not too costumey. And from my Pinterest board, I found myself saving a lot of pins from the Anna Sui 1993 runway show for fall, and also the Lolita Limpica fall and winter 1997. And most recently, Dolce & Gabbana did this special runway called Alta Sartoria. And lastly, I saw a Dracula bag, but this is where you would see more of the outright Dracula vibe. Dior, the Dior summer show, Dracula Fall bottoms and dresses. If you're gonna wear a dress, let's say you have a basic black dress, how do you make it Dracula Fall? Add some tights. Tights are awesome. Tights are perfect for fall. Pattern tights, striped tights, agrile tights, tights with like floral patterns. There's just so many different iterations of tights. For skirts, I'd say the Dracula vibe, the traditional like midi maxi skirts with some sort of like pleated or pinstriped detailing. I love low waist, so drop waist is like chef's kiss. Dracula coats. So you can just like wear a cape, something like Little Red Riding Hood. But baby doll coats, I've been seeing them so much, and I recently started to watch the OC again, and summer wears a lot of baby doll coats, and it just has this nostalgic early 2000s fall vibe. Victorian coats, this is like on my freaking grail list. Anything, I know you've been seeing the like regalia military cord jackets. Dracula shoes. Boots. Now, not cowboy boots and not biker boots or moto boots. Boots that a witch would wear. Boots that are pointy, boots with buttons, boots that have like a kind of quirky silhouette. Lace-up boots, the Oxford loafer sneaker style. Lace-up flats, ballet flats, those are still very much fall essential. And I'd say my one shoe that I really, really want to get that I haven't really been seeing a lot of people talk about, creepers. Already the name is already like, ooh, Dracula Fall. What shoes are you wearing? I'm wearing some creepers. Lastly, Dracula accessories. Of course, rings. And rings that have more of that vintage vibe, as like something that you would find only at an antique store. Like those like really cool rings that have those like big bugs as rings that are encased in resin. Chokers with pendants, crosses, and I'd say metal and silver probably are a bit more Dracula Fall than gold. And for makeup, just kind of find like what you are comfortable with. I'd say the most like, psh, hey, I'm so Dracula Fall, right? Probably would be lipstick. I love brown red, and I think brown red for fall is like, come on, it's a fall color. Brown, red, orange, these softer colors. And yeah, I just kind of changed my makeup like that. Just put a little bit more of like a burnt orange blush than like a light corally blush. And then hair, I'm not really a big hair person. I do want to learn how to do a little bit more of like cool and fun hairstyles, but yeah, I'd say doing nice like updos, just having your hair down, straightening it, whatever. Bangs, baby bangs, bang season. I might cut my bangs again for the fall. I'm like itching to get them. And that is Dracula Fall. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it wasn't just a whole lot of nothing. I just feel it. I feel this energy. I'm like, fall this season is very spooky. And it is, you know, I'm gonna transform with it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section down below. Let me know if you enjoyed the video, and if you did, I would appreciate it very much. Like and subscribe, and let me know if you are having a Dracula Fall or if you're having something else. I will see you in the next one, and peace and love, and stay wavy.